Matt Maguire from Aberdeen, Robert Croft from Little Paxton in Cambridgeshire, Kev Southern from Stockport, Don Passy from Mitcheldean in Gloucestershire, Maurice Collett from Skelmersmere in Cumbria, Anne Bond from Exeter, Linda Cook from North Shields, Sean McAteer from Newry in County Down, Pat Taylor from Ramsgate in Kent, Nigel Sawyer from Driffield in East Yorkshire, David Jevons from Kidderminster in Worcestershire, Martin Scott from Letchworth in Hertfordshire, Andy Sweeney from Sutton in Surrey, Shirley Healy from Ashted in Surrey, and Alan Burgess from Alvanley in Cheshire are all here to play 15 to 1. Presented by William G. Stewart.
Thank you. Hello. Our previous winner today is Linda Cook from North Shields. Welcome back, Linda. 15 to 1 is turning into quite a family affair. With us today at number 8 is Sean McAteer, whose wife Anne was with us yesterday, and their daughter Judith will be appearing in our school series, which starts, of course, a week on Monday. For today, we're still looking for a winning score above 201 for a place on the finals board. Let's see if we get it. 2 questions each in the first round, 1 correct answer from you to survive, and we begin with Pat Maguire from Aberdeen. Pat, sport and rugby union. When England plays Scotland in the Five Nations tournament, which trophy, inaugurated in 1879, is also at stake?
The Calcutta Cup.
And I saw this question, and I saw Aberdeen, I thought, well, lucky boy. Robert, please, London. Which London landmark is affectionately known as Ali Pali?
The Alexandra Palace.
Kev, please, television. With which programme have the names Phil Drabble and Robin Page been associated over 23 years?
One Man and His Dog.
Don, please, still television. Which Birmingham stand-up comedian has returned to BBC One with a new series called Back to the Front?
Jasper Carrot.
Morris, please, the USA, Governor's Island, Ellis Island and Liberty Island are small islands in the bay of which city?
New York.
And which event in the middle of the 19th century was presided over by Prince Albert and made a profit of £186,000?
No idea.
The Great Exhibition of 1851. Linda, the United States. Baton Rouge is the capital of which American state?
Louisiana.
Sean, please, 20th century literature. Joe Lampton, a ruthless opportunist working at the town hall, seduces and marries young Susan Brown despite his real love for an unhappily married older woman. Which novel by John Brain?
Man at the Top.
Room at the Top. Pat, please. Southwold, Aldborough and Sizewell are on the coast of which English county?
Suffolk.
Nigel, please. The Thar Desert, spelt T-H-A-R, pronounced Tar. The Thar Desert lies across the border between which 2 major Asian countries?
Pakistan and India.
David, please. The writer P.G. Wodehouse. What did the P.G. stand for?
Pelham Gresham.
Pelham Grenville. Martin, please. Shakespeare. Which eponymous hero of a Shakespeare play was educated at Wittenberg University?
Sorry, got no idea.
Hamlet. Andy, Christian tradition and art. Which of the 4 evangelists is traditionally depicted carrying a purse, a sign of his profession?
Matthew.
Yes, who was a tax collector. Shirley, board games. The name, please, of the World Conquest board game in which players attack and counter-attack one another in 42 countries on 6 continents.
Risk.
Alan, please. Literature again. Which 2 characters created by Lewis Carroll, quote, talk of many things, of shoes and ships and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings?
Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
The Walrus and the Carpenter. Pat, your second question. Which branch of Christianity was the main religion in England during the Middle Ages?
Catholicism.
Well, Roman Catholicism. Robert, please. Of which French fashion house is Stella McCartney the chief designer?
Dior.
Chloe. Kev, please. Snooker. Which of the colours is worth 4 points?
The Brown.
Don, please. History of space exploration. What was the name of the craft in which Yuri Gagarin in 1961 became the first man in space? No, Sputnik was the first object in space. This was Vostok 1. Morris, please. Sport. The playing area of which major sport has 5 circles on it? The centre circle and 4 face-off circles.
Basketball.
Ice hockey. Anne, which town in Cornwall is taken by the Ordnance Survey as the basis for mean sea level?
Truro.
Newlyn. Linda, please. Heraldry. Gules, spelt G-U-L-E-S, is the heraldic term for which colour?
Red.
Sean, please. Tennis at Wimbledon. In either the men's or ladies' singles at Wimbledon, how many players are seeded?
16.
Pat, please. Poetry from Night Mail, written in 1936. This is the night mail crossing the border, bringing the check and the postal order. On it goes like that. Who wrote those famous lines?
Alfred Noyes.
W.H. Auden. Nigel, please. Popularly called the Ombudsman, what's his full title? He's the Parliamentary Commissioner for Administration. And David, please. History. 2 English or British monarchs called Edward reigned but were not actually crowned. Edward VIII in the 20th century. Which other one?
Edward the Fourth.
Edward V. Martin, please. Zoology. Taipan, boomslang and krite are all varieties of which creature?
Panda.
Snakes. Andy, please. Who is the Governor of the Bank of England?
Eddie George.
Shirley, please. Which 18th, 19th century Member of Parliament for Hull is now best remembered for his work towards the abolition of slavery? William Wilberforce. Alan, please. 2 circles of stones in Wiltshire and their associated sites appear in the World Heritage List. Stonehenge is one, which is the other?
Avebury.
It is. 3 down, 12 to go. Laura?
And they are Anne Bond, David Jevons and Martin Scott. And of the remaining 12 contestants, 4 still have their 3 lives intact.
This to start round 2, Pat. In which field of the arts is the Russian Konstantin Stanislavski a famous and influential name?
Acting.
A number, please.
13.
Andy, ancient British history. Of which ancient tribe was Boudica or Boadicea the queen? She was queen of the Iceni. Again, please, Pat.
14.
Shirley, literature. Which 19th century writer created the fictional town of Villette and used it as the title of a novel?
Dumas.
Charlotte Bronte. Again, please, Pat.
15.
Alan, which European city, the capital of Lombardy, is set in the heart of the Po Basin? Milan. Again, please, Pat.
10.
Sport, Nigel. Most sports are governed by rules. What is cricket governed by?
By the MCC rules.
No, they're called the laws of cricket. Again, please.
7.
And Linda, please. Literature again. By what name is Dolores Hayes, a 12-year-old girl loved by Humbert Humpert, better known in the title of a famous novel?
Lolita.
A number, please.
Number 13, please.
Politics, Andy. Blakely, Gorton and Withington are parliamentary constituencies in which city?
Newcastle.
Manchester. Again, please.
8, please.
Who, according to Greek mythology, was the first mortal woman on earth?
I don't know.
Pandora. Linda, please.
Number 2, please.
This is parliamentary elections, Robert. In the event of a tie at a parliamentary election, how would the election be decided?
By the toss of a coin.
Drawing of lots, yes. It would indeed. It's happened at least once in the last century. A number, please.
Number 4, please.
Don, Shakespeare. Hippolyta, Hermia and Helena. Characters in which Shakespeare play?
Midsummer Night's Dream.
A number, please.
Number 8.
And the Middle East, please, Sean. Which sheikhdom on the Persian Gulf shares its name with the capital of the United Arab Emirates? Abu Dhabi. Again, please, Don.
Number 13.
And this is famous quotations, Andy. What did Henry Kissinger, the American politician, describe as the ultimate aphrodisiac?
Power.
A number, please, Andy.
Number 3, please.
And Kev, the phrase according to Hoyle has become an idiom for correct usage. In which specific area is Edmund Hoyle an accepted and well-known authority?
Languages.
Card games. Again, please.
Number 9, please.
History, Pat. What event took place in Westminster Abbey on Christmas Day, 1066?
The coronation of William the Conqueror.
And a number, please.
1.
History, Pat. Which 18th century war or conflict was formally ended when Britain signed the Treaty of Paris in 1783?
The 100 Years' War.
The American War of Independence. Again, please, Pat.
5.
And still British history, Morris. 1805, Trafalgar. 1815, Waterloo. Which country declared war on Britain in 1812?
Russia.
It was the United States. Again, please.
15.
Literature. A Town Like Alice and On the Beach. Who wrote them?
Neville Shute.
Yes, Alan. That one did come back to you. A number, please.
7.
Sport, the game of polo. How many players are there on each side?
5.
4. Again, please, Alan.
9.
Pat, the Bible. From which son of Noah are the races known collectively as Semites descended?
Shem.
A number, please, Pat.
13.
And Andy, which French phrase commonly used in English means literally, I don't know what?
Je ne sais quoi.
A number, please.
14, please.
Many's the long night I've dreamed of cheese, toasted mostly. Which character in Treasure Island speaks those words?
Long John Silver.
Ben Gunn, the marooned pirate on Treasure Island. Again, please, Andy.
15, please.
Alan, the name of which small river, which in Roman times marked the boundary between Italy and Gaul, is now used to describe an act or action on which there is no going back?
Crossing of the Rubicon.
Yes, the River Rubicon. A number, please.
5.
Nature, botany, Morris. Old man's beard is a species of which popular climbing plant?
Clematis.
Yes, a number, please.
2.
Civil aviation, Robert. Chiang Kai-shek International Airport serves at which Asian island?
Taiwan.
A number, please, Robert.
Number 10, please.
And Nigel, in which profession are members of the governing bodies called benchers?
Judges.
No. Tell me the profession, quickly.
Law.
Yes, well, it's the legal profession, and they can eventually become judges, so yes, okay. And number, please.
Number 5.
And Morris, the Christian Church, created in 1948, the WCC, with headquarters in Geneva, meets approximately every 7 years. What is the WCC?
World Council of Churches.
A number, please, Morris.
9.
This is law, Pat. What term is used to describe those criminal offences which are tried only by magistrates, sitting without a jury?
Secret offences.
Summary offences.
Summary.
Again, please, Morris.
13.
Andy, the English translation of the title of which Wagner opera is The Twilight of the Gods?
Sorry.
Götterdämmerung. Again, please.
3.
Kev, which hereditary peer is the Premier Duke and Earl Marshal of England? The Duke of Norfolk. Again, please, Morris.
Number 1.
The motto of the Prince of Wales, Pat, Ic Dyn. What's the English translation of Ic Dyn?
I serve.
A number, please, Pat.
15.
Poetry, Alan. Aurora Leigh and the Pied Piper of Hamelin. What's the connection between the authors of those famous works?
Brothers.
Husband and wife, Elizabeth Barrett and Robert Browning. Again, please, Pat.
10.
Science, please, Nigel. What are fermium, gallium and hafnium?
No idea.
They're chemical elements. Again, please.
9.
The monarchy, please. History of the monarchy, Pat. On which 15th century battlefield did the crown change hands, passing from the House of York to the Tudors?
Bosworth.
Yes, Bosworth Field.
4.
English literature, please, Don. Whose first novel, Adam Bede, was published in 1859, and last novel, Daniel Deronda, in 1876?
George Eliot.
A number, please, Don.
Number 1.
Medicine, Pat. Which hormone is responsible for the lowering of sugar levels in the blood?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Insulin. Again, Don.
Number 9.
Name connections, Pat. The Thai name for their capital city, Bangkok, is Krung Thep. What's the connection with the American city of Los Angeles?
They both mean the angels.
They don't mean something, nearly there, but I do need the proper... You're nearly there, so quickly.
The angelic people.
No.
No, I don't know.
They both mean City of the Angels. Again, please.
Number 5.
Art. Carolingian art is an art associated with which European emperor and his descendants?
King Charles.
No, Charlemagne. Again, please.
Number 3.
And Kev, Shakespeare. On which hill was Macbeth's castle situated? Dunsinane. Again, please, Don.
Number 1.
Pat, botany. What on the stem of a plant is a node, or what are nodes?
Seed.
No, it's the point from which a leaf arises from the stem. Well, we did get there, and it is 12 down, 3 to go. And after the break, Robert Croft from Little Paxton in Cambridgeshire, Don Passy from Mitchell Dean in Gloucestershire, and Linda Cook from North Shields will be here for the final. Do please stay with us.